Tonight, from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Cleveland Browns taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
It's been a wet and dreary day by the shores of Lake Erie, but we have football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. And they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 25 carries, 127 yards, and a score.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Pryor. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. To return, here's Agnew. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, and we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time for Cleveland. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. That is pulled in by a diving Kelsey. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up. Hurts. And this one's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. Now a throw caught by one of their linemen. Touchdown, Browns. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Hands it off out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
3 yards remain for second down. And now here's a carry heading left. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Looking to throw. Pryor over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Pryor, man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. And now here's a carry heading left. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Pryor. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Working with a 2nd and 4. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On 3rd and 2, Pryor looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
He went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On 4th down, Pryor, and it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it, and this Browns defense stands tall. Off the play fake, here's Hurts, rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. Throwing is Hurts. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. From the gun on 3rd down, Pryor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll look to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range, so now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This one swung out to Williams. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 4th down. And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Browns drive about to get started. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Hurts sets up to throw it. Buying time to his left. Oh, Metcalf, what a catch. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where it was the Chiefs who were able to come away with the home victory. Deshaun Watson, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game, and it was the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars that go home with the victory. Joe Burrow, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Lastly, let's check in on our nation's capital to see what's happening with the Washington football team at home at FedEx Field. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting New Orleans Saints. Trey Lance leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected, all tied through one half of play. For the call of the second half, let's get it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the third. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts being chased out left. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Flushed out right. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They go play action with Hurts, eluding the pressure right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 32. Here's Hurts to throw. Well, he's going to go for it all. And it's knocked away and incomplete. If it was sunny, maybe this is a field goal attempt, but with the rain, they're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Steps away to his left. Hurts fumbles it, but I think Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that ball to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they're trailing the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Pryor. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Thornton. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 33. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing to start the drive. Pryor got a man open. It's Sutton. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Back to throw. Pryor on the slant, completes to Sutton. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for Cleveland. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. But first down, Hurts. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught from Browns. Touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 11th touchdown of the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that gives him a 3-point lead. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Looking to throw. Pryor. He's going to air one out. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. To return, here's Agnew. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things in. That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Forced out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And that is incomplete. 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deebo Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that gives him a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. It's now heading back out onto the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. 2nd and 2. A handoff as they run the counter play. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And to give this time to the tailback. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Dancing to his left. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. To return, here's Agnew. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Browns drive about to get started. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off at the 35. And the Steelers have just about sewn up this football game. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And it's taken in at the 9. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling, because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. But these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep.
He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Chris Jones in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Browns, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, the loss here will move them back to 500.